when I got to LaGuardia, that was really, there I saw that, you know, acting is to be taken seriously and not self-seriously, not to a pretentious or pushing other people away degree, but rather just, you know, the harder you work at it, the better you'll be at it. And that's just like how my whole class was taught, is just to, I think if you value like the idea of being employed and that's like an honor, to be able to like sustain yourself as an artist, period, not just actors, like I think inherently like you got to really give it your all. So
I think honesty and being as open a book as possible, I think that was the biggest takeaway from the drama high school I went to for me, was keep your heart on your sleeve as an actor. That's your instrument. Your ability to make yourself an open wound is what will communicate to the audience and hopefully serve as a therapeutic device for people experiencing something similar to the story. I realize the more I act how important trust is to it all.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's not obvious. And then I did Call Me by Your Name with Army, and I felt so safe.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the ability to be ugly or be bad, or like not be able to weep in a scene where you're supposed to weep or whatever, and you don't feel like you're getting judged or something. And with Steve, like, it could be intimidating too, being opposite someone very well known before you have any sort of career. And he put me at such ease. And the more sensitive you can make yourself, the more you're able to communicate usually. So as it relates to working more professionally and outside of a academically dramatic environment, I think it's adaptability. That's like the strongest suit you can have as an actor. The experience working with Luca Guadagnino is different than the experience working with Greta Gerwig. It was different from the experience working with Christopher Nolan. And as an actor, particularly if you're not the lead of the project, you try to make yourself as clay-like, as malleable as possible. A blip in the radar, a wallflower, somebody who comes prepared and is ready to go, and maybe you have an idea or a trick up your sleeve, something you want to try out, but ultimately your responsibility is to the character, to the story, to that sequence of that day, and just trying to do the best job as possible. Some days, like, if I'll get really in my head or something, I've said it before, but I'll really, like, before a take, if we ever do something together, you'll see, I'll just be, like, reaching around everything, just so, like, I'm so out of my head as possible.
So you're present,
literally
you know
just,
what's
like,
beneath you and
yeah,
around
exactly,
you. Yeah,
like
that
a
makes
wall
total
or a sharp
sense.
edge or a corner. That's what makes me want to be an artist. That's what makes me want to be an actor, is that feeling of flow. And like I heard someone say it to me once before, like it can be stapling papers, or it can be playing the piano, or it can be acting. I think when you lose yourself, when you find that certain feeling, that's what's exciting. And in no cheesy way, but just feeling like, oh, I don't know what happened there. That was truthful or spontaneous.
You know, the world is your oyster and everything's a learning experience. I think I was talking about that with a good actor friend the other day, how like even to audition is an opportunity to get in front of people and practice your craft, or at the very least, even if you're in a bad headspace or something, an opportunity to learn how to act in a bad headspace, or to be in pressure cooker environment. So that experience is the greatest teacher, I guess.
One of my first jobs, I remember the audition I had for him. I think I had 3 lines in like a 3-page scene, so I didn't really have much to say. It was a family scene. I memorized where each family member in the room was, so in this audition my neck was snapping around. And, you know, after the first couple takes, he's like, you know, you just look at the reader and you don't have to keep pretending there are people everywhere. So I don't think it's exclusive to entertainment and to filmmaking. I think it's in any collaborative process that it's often not personal. A negative note, someone being brash in the way they're giving you a note, it's a team effort. So there's, because like I said, you want to keep yourself open and sensitive when you're working, at least I try to, but you have to, and this can be not, I feel like, apparent at a young age, but there has to be like professional you, work you, thick skin, ready to get whatever note really comes at you, and then there's personal you, which you protect and helps you protect the work you, and I think you keep those things separate. And I guess that was, I had a good year in drama high school where I felt like I did a scene poorly a number of times, where I felt like I could get over being bad, and yet before that I was really like a very, very sensitive about performance and notes, and would take things personally when really, I mean, the whole point and the tension as an actor is, you know, your body, your voice, your physicality is your instrument, and yet it's not personal if somebody gives you a note. I think it's really cool when an actor can shapeshift. And certainly you don't want to play versions of yourself. But what's the coolest is when an audience can see like real humanity on screen and really like learn about themselves or something rather than, oh wow, look at that guy go.
Absolutely.